Hello, Alan Carr. Thanks for posting this property up for sale in Meridian, Mississippi. Broker friend of mine sent this listing to me, Michael Golden, and he pointed this one out. He said, Luke, this is the right kind of property for you. So I started looking at it. And yeah, I like this one. This is so I'd like to submit a cash offer to buy this property. Proof of funds to be able to pay for it. This video to explain a little bit more about the offer and who I am. And so those are coming to you here shortly. So let's jump into it. In this video, my name's Luke Smith, and I'm talking about your Krystal building in Meridian, Mississippi. And at first, I started looking at this thing. I'm scratching my head. This is some low income, and there's not a whole lot of population around. But I started looking deeper because there's a lot of brand names around here, and they're doing really good business. And so I started looking and looking. The first one I looked at was Walmart. There's a Walmart not too far down the street, big name. They're a good bellwether of what's going on in the area. And they were doing like, I wrote it down, 96 percentile like, in foot traffic, customers going to that Walmart compared to all the rest of the Walmarts in the country. That's a really good Walmart. There's a lot of customers here. And looking around the area, they're coming from a long ways. They're coming from a big area. So the population in this local area, this restaurant, is drawing from a much bigger area than it sounds like. And I looked at it, there's a Chick-fil-A right up around the corner here, this way, just over here a little bit. 92 percentile Chick-fil-A. They're doing really good business. It's a newer Chick-fil-A. And then I looked at McDonald's, and there's McDonald's right in the background here. You can kind of see the little M arches that are across the street. That thing was 92% McDonald's, fast food, a couple names across the street from each other, 92 and 92%. Where you have a lot of good producing fast food locations, you enter another one like this we could put into this Krystal building, you get another good one. And I like data. I love commercial real estate, and I love figuring out data. And when I can see data like that, I can go to customers, I can go to clients, people that I know, to put into this building and tell them, okay, look, we've got these kinds of numbers in the area. And when those kinds of numbers are happening, there's a good chance, putting your brand in here, you're going to get those same kinds of numbers, looking at the relativity to these other brands and other markets that you're into. And based on those numbers, I can figure out how much rent they can pay and target the ones that can pay the rent for this kind of building the best to make it happen. And so I was studying that and looking at that and saying, yeah, but McDonald's is across the street. Chick-fil-A is a little bit more up on the corner, and this one's kind of down around the corner some. And then I started looking at the Zaxby. So we got the Zaxby's was just built next door. They took out a good sized loan to build that thing, near $2 million to build that thing. There's a value there, right? And I started looking at the traffic on that one. They just opened, I think it was August or so, and they got 15 or 20,000 customers a month. But then it dropped down to kind of more harmonic numbers, like a little over 10,000 customers a month, going through that Zaxby's. And looking at the numbers that Zaxby's does, and that, like if we took that kind of harmonic number and stretched it out over a year and applied it to all the other 900 Zaxby's or the ones that are in the country right now, I mean, this Zaxby's next door, extrapolating out for a year, I mean, that it would be in the top 5 Zaxby's. This would be one of the best Zaxby's in the country. So we're next door to one of the best Zaxby's in the country. And lots of times there's more people that shop there when they're open, and they dribble off over time and they build back up. But there's a lot of different projections on that. But the numbers that are there are sweet any way you look at it. And so looking at it from that point of view and going back and looking at the Krystal and looking at what kind of names go in this building, at first it's really hard to figure out who goes there because the income is so low in the area. It's hard to find somebody that's willing to pay enough rent to go for it. But then I started looking at it in a different fashion. I started looking at it because the Zaxby's is doing so well. When I look at other Zaxby's locations that are doing really well in other parts of the country, who's next to Zaxby's? Who is missing here that should be next to Zaxby's and these other brands? And I came up with 3 specific clients or prospects or names, or brands, whatever you want to call them, that I've worked with before that I can reach out to and harangue that I know they can pay enough rent off these numbers to go into this building. And so a part of my offer of what I'm asking you is I'm offering you money for the building, but I'm asking for some time to let me go push, harangue, beat over the head, grab them by the arm, however you want to say it, and get them into this building. I'll offer them the financing to go in there, to change the brand, to change the colors, to rework it how they want and they need, and I'll just ask them to sign off on my lease numbers to pull it off. And looking at the statistics here, I believe I can do that. And so that's why I like your building, and that's why I'd like to work on your building. That's why I'm asking for some time in this purchase offer that I'm sending you. And that kind of reasoning and logic is more of about who I am. You can look up lots of my videos on this same YouTube channel. You can go to my website, realvacantland.com, and you can see histories of thousands of properties I've traded over time. If you go back through the history of it, if you go back through my YouTube channel, you can see videos of me talking about different properties over time. Most of them are all sold or gone or whatever. You can look me up in most county records, across the country. If you look up my name, address, or companies that I use, you can find me in not everywhere, but lots of places across the country at different land trades and real estate trades and things that I've been into. Feel free to call me and ask questions, and I'll try to keep you updated along the way, the progress of making this thing happen, putting a new tenant in there. As soon as I find one of those tenants that's willing to go forward in this specific location with this income population that's here, I'm going to say, stop looking at the income population. Look at the neighbors. Look at that Zaxby's. Look at the McDonald's across the street from Zaxby's. Look at the Chick-fil-A up around the corner. Look at the Walmart. There's a dozen other names there I can go through to build my case off of. And because of that, go after the Krystal. And I think other people are probably looking at the income and walking away. But with that approach of what the neighbors are doing here, they should be looking at this area. So if that makes sense, hopefully you'll accept my offer and give me the time to work on this building to make it happen. As soon as I figure out who is willing to go for it the best, I'll, buy it, close quick, and make it happen, right? So that's more about who I am and what I'm passionate about and about this offer. If other people are watching this video and you're watching my other videos, you're looking at what is this building? Where's Meridian, Mississippi? I'll put the address of this building in the description below if you want to look it up and look up, history and comments and quotes and everything else. If you're interested in investing in these kinds of deals with me in the future for future deals, I'll put a link in the description below that you can put your information in. I'll reach out to you as soon as I can, and we can talk about working on deals together. I'm always looking for partners, especially passive kinds of investment partners. If you're open to that, there's deals to be had. There's a sea of deals to be had out there when you start studying data, which I like to do. And so, thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And feel free to subscribe if you like these kinds of videos. You'll see more of these videos out in the future. And I try to do some educational videos mixed in with these as well. If you're looking for different kinds of material, watch the other videos on my YouTube channel. It'll be much appreciated. Questions, comments, you can put them in the comments below, or my contact information is in the description as well. Thank you. See you in the next one.